he was going to be tough coming into the fight. That's exactly what I was expecting.
Now Dan, you had an excellent first round, well both fighters had an excellent first round. The majority of the 5 minutes was on the ground. You were on your back, but you had 4 or 5 really solid sub attempts, and James did a great job of pinning you on your back. What did you think of the first round?
Yeah, he was very dominating the first round, but I feel like I prevented the majority of his strikes from my back. I feel like I controlled my underhooks, my overhooks very well. And minimal damage was caused from that.
You didn't feel too threatened?
Not too threatened, no.
But you felt that he was dominant?
Yeah, he was very dominant, and I couldn't get off my back, but I managed to defend okay.
What makes this fight so special is not so much the first round. It was a good first round, very exciting. But the second round, now Dan, take us through what was going through your mind when you walked out for the second round.
Well, I've never in my life experienced a feeling like that in my body before. My arms and my legs just felt like they were filled up with blood, and I could barely move. My footwork I knew it was just gone, and I was just waiting to see how the fight would pan out and wait for my opportunity to capitalise on something.
Now, some people thought that you lacked cardio, so your preparation was not so good this time. How do you respond to that?
We trained very hard. Like I was fit for that fight. I was very fit. I think it was a combination of I've never been on my back under side control before. That could have played a little bit, and James was very heavy on top, and could have been a lot of factors. But I think my fitness is good. It was just a bad adrenaline dump.
Basically, James threw around 75 punches to you during that one period in round 2, and about 40 solid ones actually got through and hit you. Now, what were you thinking when you were getting pummeled at that time?
Thinking, man, I need to survive this. I need to come out on top.
And did you know that he would tire himself out?
I didn't know for sure, because I was assuming he was going to be pretty fit, but I was hoping that was the case.
And all of a sudden he dropped his hands, put his hands on his hips, challenged you to hit him. So what was your thoughts at that time?
I was like, this is my chance. This is my chance. He's just as, that was the realization kicked in. He's just as tight as me, and I have a chance here, a little opening.
Now you just went for it. You gave about 20 good solid punches of your own. Then you seemed to collapse against him on the fence. How did you feel at that point?
Well, I was exhausted, and those punches just exhausted me even more, so I decided to clinch and have a second to breathe, and I got the choke from that.
Now what about when you're putting the choke on? Did you know you'd get it?
I had it pretty secure. His arm was across his face, and I had my arm locked on my bicep pretty tight. I was fairly confident.
What do you think would have happened if you didn't get it? Would you have come out for round 3?
Yeah, for sure. I would have gave it my best and tried to.
I have promoted around 24 or 25 events. I have never, and I've actually judged and attended, of course I've had other fighters on events. Let's say I've been to hundreds of events. That's the first time I've heard that kind of crowd response at a fight after you won your match. Did you hear much of that? Or?
Yeah, I did. I heard it just blow off, and the enormous roars of the whole crowd.
And did that give you the sort of courage you needed to?
A little bit, yeah. It pushed me. Like I was like, wow, the whole room is like electric right now, and it gave me that little bit of extra energy to push forward.
Your fight finished Saturday night. Obviously, you were pretty up vibe and happy with your performance, but there would have been a massive adrenaline dump, and you would have just felt totally exhausted because of what you've been through, which was close to hell and back. Sunday you rested. I told you distinctly to not come into training for 2 or 3 days. So what happens Monday? You turn up at training and beg me to be part of the class, and The only reason I let you do that, Dan, was because you hadn't sustained any injuries, except for a little bruising under your right eye. Why is that, Dan? I mean, that's incredible.
I think it covered most of the punches pretty well, and a couple got through, and turned out for the best, I guess.
Wow, and I believe you have a fight in 4 weeks' time on CFC in Sydney against Corey Nelson. What do you know about Corey?
I believe he's very well rounded. I expect him to be fit and a great opponent. Should be an awesome fight.
He beat James, your last opponent, last year, and James was pretty tough. So are you expecting more of the same from Corey?
I hope so, because it was super exciting, and hopefully it'll be another great fight. I'd like to thank Mike from Planet Max. His nutritional expertise was great before the fight, and also John Davey from World Gym. The strength and conditioning knowledge was just great.
Okay, Dan, well, thank you very much, and we'll catch you at the next fight.